future when it comes to more merchandise?
Oh man, merchandise is probably a big deal in esports scene in general,
Right.
but particularly for Call of Duty League because a lot of the branding and franchising of these teams is really focused around what is going to perform from a merchandise standpoint. At least that's how we're looking at it.
Right.
And we picked our colors, we picked our logo based on how we feel like it would be received from a merchandise and branding standpoint. And so we're really excited to be doing drops throughout the year. We want to keep it fresh and innovative. We're actually working through some new concepts based on some of the stuff that you saw in our announcement video, the reflective jacket, things like that.
Right.
So we're working to improve those with various vendors and expect some good stuff out before Christmas.
Oh, very nice. So keep your Christmas list
Yes.
going. So, as you mentioned, Clayster and Crimsix have teamed together, and they're back on the same team. What are there any team building things that they like to bring to it, or how does that?
So that's something that we're still kind of seeing how that's going to pan out. We've had the guys come in the office and do different media shoots and things like that, but they haven't consistently been playing within the office. So, as where we're sitting right now, this is where they're going to be operating out of, and so. Once we get that all situated, I think a lot of that will start to be seen.
Right.
We also have a great player ops team that helps build that type of synergy within our players. We brought on also a mental health coach as well as a physical coach to help keep the guys at their peak performance, to keep them improving. It's really important to build that type of environment for our players here where we are making sure their health is a top priority.
Right, without a doubt.
And I think that alone should help their teamwork and performance.
Right. So you said you were glad you weren't planning the event for January. So what have you... So you have the Dallas Fuel coming up in February.
Yes.
February 9th weekend, 8th and 9th.
8th and 9th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and then the Empire is coming in March.
Yes.
Now, what can we both look forward to for both?
Man, so I'm, neck deep in both events planning. So we have 5 Overwatch events next year. The first one being on the 8th and 9th. And so we have multiple venues. That's the tricky part too. So it's not necessarily a rinse and repeat of each.
Right.
Which
is a good.
Yeah. It's great. From a fan's perspective, that is an awesome thing. That means we're really looking at doing unique experiences at each individual event. A different reason to go to each. It's not going to be the same. So don't ever feel like you're duplicating your experience.
Right.
When the question pops in your head, should I go to 1 or 2 or should I go to all 5? You should definitely go to all 5 because they're going to be very different.
Right.
And so one of the big things we're planning for the first event over at the Esports Stadium Arlington, it's also connected to the Arlington Convention Center Expo Hall.
Right.
So we're actually utilizing the Expo Hall there to do more of a festival activation.
Oh, very nice.
So think about, I just came back from BlizzCon not too long ago.
Right.
Think about a lot of those types of things you'd see at a BlizzCon, at an anime convention, at a Comic-Con. Trying to do that, but more specifically Overwatch and Overwatch League focused happening in that area. Whether it's a themed carnival games or artist alley activation things,
maybe a cosplay.
Lots of cosplay. That's the thing I'm definitely pushing for more of. We have some amazing cosplayers here in the area. Frostbite has been doing a amazing job doing the really big builds with Reinhardt and Arisa,
right?
As well as weapons and things for Ana and Mercy. They've been doing a lot of really good Dallas Fuel themed cosplay as well, which is really awesome for us, obviously. But having different opportunities for fans to cosplay, not just people we're bringing out, but for fans to come in their cosplay, take photos at our photo backdrops and booths and things. We'll be providing some of the cosplay props like we did at the homestand in Allen. A replica Reinhardt hammer, Dallas Fuel branded, that you guys can take photos with. It's pretty heavy. It's not exactly a light thing, but
I saw it upstairs. It looked like
but cool stuff like that. I'm also looking at doing some maybe exhibition matches or other tournaments around the collegiate or high school scene.
Right.
So working through some of those details to have at the event, but it's not just going to be go and watch the Overwatch League matches, which that's great all in itself, trust me.
Right.
But we want to bring additional experiences for our audience here in Dallas.
Makes sense. Just in case people bring a friend that isn't really into it, but they're like, they get pulled into everything because of the con type situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really, and there are so many people that do enjoy and play Overwatch.
Right.
And, there's a lot of people that are in the Overwatch League scene as well, too, but we want to make it an event for all Overwatch people.
Right.
You'll enjoy yourself regardless.
There you go. Well, then, can you release any information on what we can look forward to for the Call of Duty, or?
So for Call of Duty, that's a thing we're working on. We're still locking down our venues. Our dates are going to be March 28th, 29th. We should have tickets going on sale before end of year, ?
Okay. Add that to the Christmas shopping list.
Yeah. But I think if the schedules went out, but we are going to have multiple teams coming here to play. That's exciting to see. I've been going through certain venues and kind of working through the logistics of what that's going to look like. We have 2 events, so we have the March event and then a July 4th weekend event as well.
I saw that.
So expect some cool stuff.
Right.
It's a holiday weekend, right?
Yes, exactly.
We are also looking at introducing the amateur series types of events. So while we have the Call of Duty League being the 12 pro teams, CWL and previous Call of Duty events in general have always had this kind of like open bracket amateur style event where you can you and your best 4 friends can partner up and buy in to play and think if you think you can make it to the top, you know what, we want to see it happen.
Exactly.
So we are looking at what it takes to make sure that's a part of our events. More information for that should be coming soon, hopefully. But we do want to have, again, more than just watching the event.
Right.
Just more than the spectator portion of it. We want to create a weekend-long experience for people.
Like a destination type situation. I like that. So where can people start following and finding out all the information? Because I noticed that on the Team Envy YouTube page, there's now a 12-part series that they're producing, which looks great so far. I think they're doing 2 a week for, 6 weeks?
I'm not too sure.
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Yeah.
I just saw it and I was like, okay, well, I guess
there's a lot of content. Our
Yes.
content team is working really hard to pump out a lot of stuff. So we've got now 3 brands really that we're working on. Dallas Fuel, which you can find pretty much everywhere at Dallas Fuel. And then we've got, of course, Team Envy, which we've been doing for a very long time. It's our kind of origins of these other teams, of these franchise leagues. And, that's our Counter-Strike team. That's our, different teams within there, PUBG and Paladins and things like that we've been working on. And then now we've got Dallas Empire.
Yes.
And so you can check us out on, DallasEmpire.com. We've got our Twitter account going for that, a separate YouTube page for everything. So really there's going to be all kinds of content coming out from all 3 brands. And that's really cool to see. So if you're a big COD fan and you want to just follow, Dallas Empire, you can. If you want to have kind of general knowledge of everything, be sure to follow Team Envy, at Envy on Twitter. And then if you're a big Overwatch guy and just want to stick to the Dallas Fuel, just at Dallas Fuel. So we want to give you guys what you want to see, and we want to bring that all here to Dallas and make the esports scene in Dallas the biggest scene ever.
Without a doubt. Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to all of it coming up.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that was our show. Special thanks to all of our guests. Shout out to Nino's Pizza for a great experience. Dr. Nuñez, we really enjoyed it. It was a great show.
Absolutely. So, Rhodey, what is going on in our fair city?
January 7th, Candlelight Inn is hosting Hankins Chapman live starting at 7 p.m.
January 8th, Boomer Jacks at Lincoln Square is hosting Chris Watson at 7 p.m.
Also on January 8th at the Esports Stadium in Arlington, They're hosting their bi-weekly Stadium Royale featuring Fortnite starting at 5 p.m.
Live Arena at Texas Live is hosting Burgers on the Beach. Get half-price burgers from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Also on January 9th, Cool Keg is hosting Founders Brewery Night. Come out and try Backwoods Bastard, Curmudgeon's Better Half, KBS, CBS, and more. That starts at 6.
On January 10th, Division Brewing is hosting Nervous Curtains, Paper Saints, and Signals and Alibis at 7:30.
January 10th, Arlington Music Hall is hosting a tribute to the Allman Brothers and Neil Young as Shroomville and Revolution Blues starts at 8 p.m.
January 11th, Sway's Room, inside the R Lounge, is hosting nothing but neo soul and poetry starting at 9 p.m.
Also on January 11th at Caves Lounge, they are hosting a hip-hop adjacent night featuring Chef D, Character, and the Method Actors, and Flip and the Combined Effort.
January 12th, Rocklear Woodworking and Hardware is hosting Bowl Turning with Carbide Tools from 1 to 4 p.m.
And January 23rd, come check out Our Town, Our Sound at Arlington Music Hall at 7:30 p.m. This is the first showcase of local talent on the big stage. Come support our local powerhouse of talent.
Also, remember every Wednesday at New Main Brewing is the Embrace Curiosity Showcase Open Mic hosted by Joseph Laws. Come on out, bring a guitar and some songs, and have a delicious brew.
Tag us and send those pictures over to us on Facebook, Arlington Citizen Media, Twitter, ATX Citizen Media. Tag us on Instagram, Arlington Citizen Media, and send those pictures the old-fashioned way. Email arlingtoncitizenmedia@gmail.com. Also go to our website, www.arlingtoncitizenmedia.com. Don't forget to subscribe and give those 5-star reviews of the downtown at Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and also hit us on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
All right, thank you so much for listening.
Go rediscover your city.
Welcome to the... Nope. Not good.
Nope.
Not good.
Welcome, new. Bye.
Welcome...